Good afternoon, everyone. Check 1, 2. Everybody hears me, right? So, my name is Dr. Laszlo Miskolci. I'm at Holy Cross Hospital. I'm a neurointerventionalist. And we decided with BESC to bring together this meeting, this lecture, that intends to introduce how certain places patients are treated, because there is big variation between hospital and hospital. This is not intended to be a lecture, more like collection of ideas and sharing of ideas. I'm not trying to tell you that what I am doing is the best. I'm just suggesting that this is what I'm doing. Look at it and decide if your hospital can implement the same thing as I'm doing and the same thing with everyone else. So the goal of this lecture series, which will be multiple in 2017, all of them will be here at this particular place every second month. So this is January, then we will have one in March, then in May, then in July, and so on, every second week of the month, every Thursday, the same time. So I reserve this room for the whole year. The purpose of this meeting is to improve stroke care in Broward, in the Tri-County area, and in the United States. And I'm saying that because we are broadcasting this meeting to YouTube live right now. Maybe not in the highest quality, especially the sound quality is, they say it's not too good, but we are recording everything in 1080 HD. And then 1 or 2 days later, I will put up this whole meeting in high quality in HD to YouTube. At this point to my channel, and maybe later we will figure out some other channels to place this lecture video on. So we try to provide guidance for stroke teams worldwide by presenting our methods online, placing or experience in the public domain, and encouraging and processing feedback to improve stroke outcomes. This is what I just told you. The lecture series is every other month. Today we will deal with pre-hospital care, then we will have pre-CT triage, then acute stroke imaging, followed by IV TPA issues, and then the catheter intervention, and then the neuro ICU care issues. So, as you know, we have 9 comprehensive stroke centers in Broward, and those are labeled with those little blue labels. And considering the size of Broward County, having 9 stroke centers, comprehensive stroke centers, is plenty lot. We are very close to each other, and to show how close we are, I put there Wyoming, Yellowstone Park next to it. So Broward County, and it's the dimensions are the same, so Broward County fits in a fraction of Yellowstone. And how many comprehensive stroke centers are there in Yellowstone? 0. Not that they need that, but just comparison. I could do this comparison with the city of Paris or city of London. And trust me, we are very dense with the 9 stroke centers we have. So, for example, I did some searches on Google, how quickly we can drive from the far northwest to the northeast to the far southwest location, and it tells me that it's merely 37 minutes for EMS on the highway. This is the farthest point to the farthest point. And if I measure, let's say, from Cleveland Clinic, Florida, how quickly we can get to West Side Regional Medical Center, it's about 17 minutes. From West Side Regional to Florida Medical Center, it's about 14 minutes. From Florida Medical Center to Holy Cross, it's about 18 minutes. And from Holy Cross to Broward Health North is about 17 minutes. So this is the distance between the hospitals. So when we are talking about pre-hospital care, you need to understand that the drive for the firefighters is rather limited compared to what they have to do at other areas of the country. That also limits the amount of time we can save with pre-notification. Pre-notification is very important. Eventually everyone will bring it in, but there are limitations. You need to be able to see that. Pre-notification time savings depends on the location of the patient, what is the distance from the hospital. If the patient is near the hospital, then the benefit minutes will depend on the travel minutes of the EMS team. However, if the patient is far from the hospital, then the benefit minutes will be no higher than the neuro-IR team's arrival time, which is approximately 30 minutes. Because if the neuro interventional team is already there, but the patient hasn't arrived, that there are no more benefits. So the benefit maxes out at about 20-30 minutes. On the other hand, what is the arrival time of the neuro-IR team members? It is supposed to be around 15 to maximum 30 minutes. That's basically hospital policy. So if the team is in hospital, then actually there is no benefit of pre-notification because the team is already there, ready and waiting. Maybe they need to make up the room. If it's the weekend or in the middle of the night, then yes, the team is not in the hospital, then they have to travel there, and then the benefit equals the time traveled by the team, except if the patient has to travel more than the team. I will mention that. So I just wanted to put this. So, as you can see, this gives us some limitation in the pre-notification time gain. Still, since every minute counts, 15-20 minutes is plenty.